And we're back. Sorry about that. We had to kill the stream a bit because my streaming program decided to glitch.
Horribly glitch.
Yay!
I'll have to figure out what I'm doing for the VOD, but okay, we're back from break. Yay! You guys managed to. No one said anything, so I'm guessing you guys killed all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
For the glory of Bane, I guess. So
No,
you
Pax
have defeated everyone apparently in here and are in this large chamber with 4 pillars, 2 braziers surrounding a glowing bloodstone crystal the size of Pax.
Holy
What do I need to do to jump down the 5 feet? Oh.
You can jump down 5 feet. I'm not honestly going to make you roll at this level.
Pax is gonna...
Well, I would like to run over to this corner.
Okay. So you jump down, climb up the stairs, and then run over there. And
You couldn't... Oh, man.
that is a closed iron door, much like the one that you guys saw on the other side, except this time you have, you can see that it has an iron bar across it, maintaining it closed.
I open the,
Can you lift it?
Give me a strength check.
This will be funny.
You try to lift the thing, it is too heavy.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, well, I forgot. It's combat.
Key of battle, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
technically this isn't... Technically this isn't a war. Battle.
So you're trying to slam your shoulder upwards against it so that you can pull it out? Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, God. It's gonna hit his foot, isn't it? It's gonna fall down on his foot.
Realtar?
Pa. That's not the button you
Yes.
push for push to talk.
He's gonna hit me on the head, isn't it?
Or on the foot.
Why don't you give me a dexterity check?
Oh my God, that
I had a
Wow,
plus
that
one.
was low for him.
low.
Take 17 damage bludgeoning as this thing just like pops up and then falls down right on top of your head.
Thank God, because I needed the regen.
Pax is just looking at him and laughing.
Okay. Haru, this giant stone.
Do you open the door now?
Oh yes. After that,
God
Okay.
damn it.
So there's a
That's
small corridor, and at the end of the corridor there's another iron door with another bar on it.
Leilani. Leilani.
What?
Something looks shady about this.
What are you talking about? Why does this look
Like, it
shady?
looks like there's a bunch of dead bodies that should be hidden in here.
What?
What?
Just come over here. Besides, the door attacked me.
I want to see you.
What are you talking about? I don't...
Because there shouldn't be 2 doors. This was just supposed to connect to the one door that we couldn't open.
Karu, do I see a switch for a trapdoor?
Why don't you give me a perception check?
Good luck.
That'll be... 20!
Nope. Looks like a normal, just like double door barred, protection.
Oh God, let me try.
I mean, this is what Leilani's assuming, is there's probably a switch to a trapdoor.
Wow.
There doesn't seem to be any switches, but there is definitely something fishy with this
Hey,
corridor.
guy, you're like super shady and lived on the streets. Get over here and like see if there's dead people rotting. Because
What?
the door hit me in the face and now my nose hurts.
Okay.
My beautiful face.
It came down on your head, not on your nose.
My nose is on my face.
Alright, he looks down this thing and is like, honestly, I'd not go into that hallway.
Why?
Why?
Because that floor looks like it might collapse and send you down something.
Do we have anything really heavy?
Pax?
Pax.
Realtor.
But Pax isn't there. He's actually. Oh god.
Realtor,
Left-
can't you?
you guys kind of
you
left
just-
Pax alone.
Okay, yeah, the thing is, Leilani was looking at the gem. She probably was like, okay, touch it.
Oh, Pax isn't touching it. He is kind of glaring at it and circling it, though.
Realtor, can't you walk on the walls?
Yes.
Could you, like-
he could-
Oh, could I walk sideways and then push the floor?
That's what I was just gonna suggest.
So you want to
I'm gonna
walk
do
on the
that.
wall, basically.
I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you're walking on the wall and then just, like, pushing the floor?
But
Walk in, poke the floor while standing on the wall, and walk out.
How are you poking the floor?
You're gonna
What do I have?
Empire slam it.
Probably better.
you're gonna attack the floor. Yes. Realtor attacks floor.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
'cause that went well.
You attacked the
slap it.
door last time.
What are you doing?
Oh
I'm
my
bitch
god.
slap.
Bitch slapping it. Okay. You hit it with enough force that, you nearly fall off the wall because your hand just goes right through the floor.
It's an illusion.
And
Oh.
you realize that there is no floor. It is an illusion.
Leilani, you didn't tell me it was invisible.
Well, I mean, there were trapped floors. I kind of assumed it was trapped.
Yeah, but
Can I-
you didn't tell me it was magically trapped.
True. I mean, you are still walking on a wall. You could see what's under it without falling down it.
Yeah, poke your head through it.
Can I kind of try and dispel it?
Please tell me Realtor doesn't actually look like he's going to poke his head through, because Leilani was messing.
I poked my head through. To be fair, I crit failed the intelligence
Uh-huh.
check.
Alright, so you poke your head through as Barry is trying to find some arcane...
And Leilani just
Bullshit.
face palms because she was being sarcastic.
Alright, so Realtar, you poke your head through the illusion, and thanks to your night vision, you see a pit that is 30 feet deep, and at the bottom, it is full of snakes.
Ew.
Oh,
It's just got like
And dead
dead
bodies.
bones at the bottom, guys. Just cool.
okay. Well, we're not going out that way.
And it's full of bats!
And Leilani walks away from Veritas before she can hear screaming in her ears.
I don't think that's enough to make her scream.
A hole full of bats?
Wouldn't they be
Mm,
squeaking? Also, bats tend to like the ceilings better.
It's got like little bars for them to hang on. And there's like a silencing thing, because I tried to shout to you guys when my head was down there, but it didn't work.
Really? Why don't you
I
give me a
mean,
bluff check?
I did!
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh,
I rolled a
crap.
34.
I don't think Barry could fucking... Yeah, that's almost a crit. And yeah. I was like, nope. Bye.
Alright. Well, I'm not going there either. We
Nope.
don't need to
Bye.
go there. Closes the door.
So, Haru, what can we tell about this giant gem? Can I sense anything arcane in it?
It's divine.
Yeah, well, I'm still checking for arcane protections.
It is a bloodstone, yes. It is divine. You can feel power radiating from it, but it is not arcane. Pax, why don't you give me a religion check?
Okay. Oh.
Pack, stop pacing.
But off by one. Oh, he's not pacing. He's not pacing. He's circling it, but he's actually doing something. Let me just double check my religion, because that was a 19. So 33.
Okay.
Nice.
You try to channel your power. You try your best, but the presence of Bane is very strong here, and as you channel your faith, you can feel it oppressively,
Trying to push back and be like, "Nop."
pretty
just
much.
disenchant it?
It almost feels like, being this close to the crystal, it's almost like you are in the presence of Bane.
Well, fuck.
Can we just disenchant it?
No, it's not. It's not arcane. You can't disenchant it that way.
Well, then let's bust it.
Could I try some?
Bane, you're an asshole.
Could I try to use my Heaven's
Is this
Warriors?
considered a magical item?
What? Show?
Could I try using my Heaven's Warriors on it? Because it creates a zone.
What does that do?
What? I mean, it's more or less just a zone of radiant energy and bright light. And it's kind of like a blessed area. That I know it's suppressed, but I just want to try and weaken it right now. To see if there's any way
that's a paladin skill?
it's my Sainted General skill.
Oh.
It's a
Well.
paragon, so it's Paladin-Warlord.
You could try. Technically, this is a focus. I think disenchant item still lets you disenchant, because you've done that before, like a holy
Yes.
symbol. So you
Yes, I have
probably
this-
could use disenchant item to destroy this.
Okay. Well, could Pax maintain that zone to try and give her a bit of a boost to it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you say that, you take
I'm about
two-
to get smited.
You take 2 psychic damage.
Ow! Fuck you, Bane. She just moons him.
Bane
Take another
eats
4
ass.
damage.
Yeah, I can do this all day, Bane.
No,
he
you
can
can't.
too.
You're
I think he'll last longer than you.
yeah.
Probably, but it's still fun.
So does the zone packs created,
It's a
Did
burst
anything?
3.
how long does it last?
I mean, that's why I was asking, because if he it's technically until the end of his next turn, but I was going to see if a religion check would allow him to keep it for a while longer, since he also can glow himself with Peller's energies.
Yes.
How
Because it
was it?
basically attacked her mind. That's why.
With
oh,
what
psychic.
though? Like just its
It's
presence?
will. Yeah, it's oppressive presence.
It's a god attacking you
Yeah,
for being
seriously.
a bitch.
Come here and say that to my fucking face.
No,
No! God!
that's not going to hit that god's will.
Nothing happens. But
Are you
take
trying to summon Bane?
3
I don't
psychic
think
damage.
we're ready for that.
Can we not summon somebody who can kill us?
Okay, so it would take an hour, but I should be able to disenchant it.
And Pax is going to just be focusing and meditating and has his hands on the holy symbol
Okay.
of Cord and the shield, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Karu, normally disenchant does not require an arcana check. Should I be doing one considering how powerful this is?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
And should I do a religion check to try and aid her through that
Sure.
zone? Okay. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh,
Fucking Bane.
ew.
Or Bane. Wow.
Can I
fucking
distract Bane? Yes. Can Realtor and I distract Bane by shouting insults at the crystal the whole time? I think your mama jokes might upset Cord too.
Okay, so at this point, as you start the
Did you
ritual,
crit?
Mm-hmm.
I almost crit. I got another 19.
And Riltar says your mama was made of necrotic ooze. The room kind of starts going dark.
Guys!
Quit it!
There's like a crackling of energy along the, You get the feeling... Okay, Riltar went again.
Oh! Stop it!
Yeah, can we just smite him and be done with it? And by smite him, I mean Realtar.
Riltar, you are going to take radiant damage this time.
Oh no.
Can somebody tie and gag him, please?
Can you guys please stop?
Take 21 radiant damage.
Your own
Ouch.
fault.
That's ow.
What happens when you provoke a god in its own temple?
Seriously, stop it! Realtor, you will actually die!
I hate to say it, but yeah, maybe I should be the one yelling insults.
No!
No,
Pax
no,
is gonna
stop
look at
yelling
Barry and be
insult.
like, don't. This is not the time.
Just let me do this, please.
Is anyone else gonna say anything?
Can somebody gag him, guy? Sorry.
Realtor, you will die. Please stop.
No, at least heal.
He can't after taking radiant.
Lothar, you are actually
So
going
before
to die.
taking that, I mean, maybe we'll say 10 rounds. Like a minute. It hasn't, like... You guys started throwing insults quite immediately.
Come on, Riltar, we don't want you to die.
Nope, you don't regen if you take radiant damage.
Yeah, but this was regen beforehand.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Regardless, somebody gag him, please.
Well, I'm doing better than Barry is.
Realtor, go talk to your pet rock or something.
So, is anyone else gonna taunt Bane?
In his own temple.
Only because Pax would be really mad if I did.
Yeah, because Pax is concentrating his hardest to keep this field up, and it's not easy when people are drawing the god's attention to it.
Well, I was just trying to distract him.
Okay, so...
Okay, gonna
If-
work on this.
No
Oh
one
my
else
God.
taunts the giant crystal. It does try to rage against Ilani, but between her Arcana and Pax's meddling, you manage to contain it, and eventually, after an hour, the ritual comes to an end, and the thing falls into a pile of residuum.
Leilani, put that all in your bag in the bag of holding.
Yeah, Karu, how much residuum is that?
A lot.
I'd say 5,000 gold.
Yes!
It's about 6 feet worth of residuum or so. Maybe a bit more.
That's a lot of residuum.
Yep.
Yes! Oh my god, yes, thank you.
You just made Leilani's year. Congrats. So is that presence now dimmed because of that?
The presence is now gone.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, we should get out of here soon. While we're leaving, maybe check the desks to see if we can find any useful paperwork. Because we're gonna have to go around the long way to get out of here.
Bane is still a piece of shit.
Agreed.
Do I take
Brave
the
and Queen
damage?
forever.
No.
Can I do one more quick prayer to Peller just to, like, say that this is the first step into him returning into this temple? Something like that. Even though I don't follow Peller, it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
I helped take your home back, sort of.
I mean, you have to remember, like, I was talking with Zio during the week, like, normal people who aren't paladins or clerics or, like, clergymen tend to follow more than one god. They may
Yeah, I know.
favor one depending on like what they do, etc., but
Mhm.
they'll pray to the appropriate god for whatever they're
Right.
planning to do.
Right.
So, all gods
I mean,
hear all prayers, is what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure that Cord likely will allow this just because it's like, haha.
You're also
Your help.
blessed by Peller.
Yeah,
Power.
dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So, battle shield out since I don't have a holy symbol of Peller. I'm just praying. Should I actually make a roll or anything? Just see if
Yeah, sure, give me a roll.
30.
Wow. I was gonna say you could glow.
Okay.
You're basically like a holy symbol color.
Yeah, well,
And that our guy is going to use a couple of surges.
Oh yeah, I would regen up to full after that.
Yeah. Alright, so, you guys pool up the residuum. Leilani, I will point out that this residuum looks a bit different than the normal ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's like darker.
Okay.
maybe it
I'll
has to
keep
get
note of
purified or something.
Not
I'd
something
say-
that, not as far as to go be dangerous, but it's still a bloodstone turned to dust.
Yeah.
That was consecrated to Bane, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so, what do you want to do?
I
Well,
really
ahead.
want to check this room with the desks. To see
Yeah,
if there's any useful paperwork.
Okay.
and I want to see if there's any like any hidden doors or any hidden compartments or any of that stuff.
Alright,
because-
so give me perception checks.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I can actually get out because my hey.
Please have someone else come in here and look at shit, because even with the high roll, Leilani's
Uh-oh.
perception is shit.
35 to
I
find
will
hidden
follow.
things.
I don't know where exactly you are, but I'll follow.
Okay.
35 to find hidden things.
You
Oh my
don't
god, realtor.
Wow, that's the second time that you have failed utterly on perception.
That's what happens when you fuck with a god.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yep, we done fucked up.
So, does Pax find anything with a 35?
You do not find hidden things.
So no hidden compartments in desks or any of that?
Honestly, there probably would be a hidden compartment in this room.
Cool.
But inside the compartment you find paperwork and a holy symbol of Peller.
Whoa. Oh.
Huh.
So one of these...
You get the feeling that these guys didn't find it when they took over the temple.
What does the paperwork say?
It's just general stuff that the priest of Peller had put away. There's like a couple of scriptures and like a calendar of important dates for the church and stuff like that. So kind of just like clerical documents.
Oh man. Pax is gonna like grin. Hey Leilani.
Hmm?
Can you real quick make a copy of this? Of the scriptures at least?
Why don't we just take it with us?
No, that's not what I was gonna do. We're gonna take it with us, but the copy is from something else.
It would take me a while to transcribe it all.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about all of it. I'm
not
just
a
talking
thick
about the
book, but
scriptures.
The scriptures is still a book. It's like a
How about-
Bible of Peller.
Well,
Take the whole thing.
Just
Can
take the
Pax-
whole thing.
I'm not doing it for that. Can Pax find the most motivational, most uplifting scripture passage in the thing?
Give me a religion check.
Oh my god.
Do we have to do this now?
Well, Pax, while everybody else is searching, Pax is going to, and oh my god, I fucking crit
Okay.
on that. What the hell?
Besides that, in the room, between Guy and Leilani, you look through things. A lot of it is kind of like the Bane version of what Pax found for the church. A lot of it is like the law that they're setting down and the rules that the locals must follow. It's very strict, but it's also, while slightly oppressive, it's more about maintaining order than anything else, and it kind of makes sure that like these people know that like as long as they follow the rule of law, they will be protected under Bane and under the church and all of that.
Huh.
Yeah,
Bane is
Leilani
lawful
is going
evil,
to
isn't
take
he?
it.
So his domains are war and
Yeah, conquest.
conquest, but also law and order.
That's what I'm saying. He's lawful evil.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, he is very lawful evil.
So,
And yeah, you find the scriptures of Bane, and a lot of it kind of follows the same route, like conquest and war. But after conquest, it's to maintain order. The idea of the church is a lot about maintaining order through power, but like more just like conquest for the greater good of all through law and order.
Okay. Leilani is taking this with her because the thing is, it's like, it makes sense to learn
Know
what
thine
the
enemy.
followers know. And Leilani doesn't know about this god at all.
Yeah. So the other things you find are like paperwork on when they're getting supplies, dates that the people around have to pay tribute to the Church of Bane, and like kind of their version of taxes, basically. In all, it doesn't seem like they're extorting the people. It does also have, like, because winter is starting, it has information on where everything is stocked to maintain the population during the winter, etc., etc.
Okay, so we're not going, since this is for the population and not for the Church of Bane, we are not going to destroy their crop or any of that, because that would make us clearly terrorists.
But this information about where the supplies are, we should take it upstairs and leave it somewhere people can find it.
I mean,
They need
most
to
of
know
it
where their
is in
supplies
the
are.
hands of the people or the officials around here.
Okay.
It's probably
But-
just bookkeeping.
Yeah,
to
it's bookkeeping.
keep
It's
stock
so
of
that
what it
the
is.
church knew where everything was.
Okay.
They
in
could
case
better
they
regulate
needed
it.
it for, war.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Leilani is taking the scripture and just because she wants to read through this, like, I'm like, okay. We should-
Alright, so Pax,
probably
you
get
find
out of
a
here soon.
particularly uplifting part in the scripture.
And Pax is going to look at Leilani and be like, we should paint this on the
We have
front
been
of the
here
temple.
so long, Pax. We need to get going.
I got paint.
It's one verse.
I
shouldn't
got
take
paint.
long.
I'll do it. But first, I gotta strip all these bodies and take everything they own.
Pax is like, I want those great swords. Just because great swords.
We need to get going.
Yeah.
You guys go to pick up the weapons, and they all crumble in your hands.
God damn it, Karu.
She just doesn't want us to loot them.
Take the dust.
Bane, damn it!
Yeah, literally. Apparently one of the things that happens when you're against Bane is that your weapon crumbles.
Yeah, well, fuck you, Bane.
So let's head out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my bucket of paint out. I'm gonna draw that really weird picture of Bane farting on
Nope.
on the altar where the bloodstone
Pax
was.
is going to stop her from doing that, because it's like, that, no.
That's not going to help our cause.
Honestly, you should, if you wanted to do any of that, you should paint that particular verse. To let people know that Peller has not vanished. And that he's not gone.
Or a symbol of resistance if you don't want to write.
Yeah. Or even just a symbol of Peller.
Fun. Why is everybody always gotta ruin my fun?
Your fun normally gets you arrested.
Or lit on fire. Or in the bathroom for, like, hours on a time.
Why did I marry you
all
again?
at once.
Ooh, ouch.
Because he
Because
bails
you don't.
out.
Yeah, it's like you didn't really have much of a choice.
Because I love you.
Well, yes, but you're always ruining my fun.
Let's get going, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to write that passage, you better do it quickly when we leave.
Okay.
And just write it on the door, maybe.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys leave the bottoms of the church. Go back into the temple, not church, really. You go back to the top of the temple, and you wanted to write that on like the doors of the temple.
Yep.
Okay, so that's easy enough. You write that down. It is. What time did you guys get here? It was nighttime.
Night.
It was dark.
It's probably still dark. I mean, you guys have been down there for like maybe 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yep. Right on.
How did you get here?
The ship. We parked it a little ways away.
Right, you parked it behind a barn.
And the crew is there.
Yep. So you make your way back. You have to go through like a foot of snow. It's been snowing since you guys arrived.
Fairy is extremely happy about this.
She loves snow, doesn't she?
Well, the Raven Queen has got us some snow. Winter. So yeah.
Yep, seems like winter is here.
Yay!
So you guys get to the ship and find the crew cuddled up together down in the bottom in the kitchen, probably around the fire.
Hey guys, we're back.
Oh good, you're not dead.
Nope.
Nope, we're not
Of
dead.
course not.
Did how'd the mission go?
We destroyed a giant bloodstone that was pulsing with the power of Bane.
That sounds promising.
I mooned Bane.
What?
Nah, that's...
Bane could see through the bloodstone, I'm guessing, and they kept insulting Bane.
You're just jealous you didn't get to see it.
Why would I be jealous of not seeing your ass?
Talking to Pax.
Oh, Pax is just gonna be like, grin. Oh, I know that ass.
But all of her is ass.
What?
We're asses!
Anyways, we should probably get out of here before the sun rises.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you guys
I feel like a vampire. Gotta run before the sun rises. No offense, real tar.
What?
Okay, so is there a place we can set the ship down for it to recharge? That's not around any settlements, so we'll be left alone.
Weren't we going to...
We need to let the ship
Dry
recharge.
Hollow?
It was
I mean, you
recharging
could
while
find
we...
like a small cove along the beach.
I thought that it was also recharging while we were there, too, so it at least
It
recharged a
takes
bit.
8 hours.
To fully recharge.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. We should probably find a place to actually rest.
We have to stay on the ship.
It'd probably be a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna rest it in the water, though.
You could rest it on the beach.
But then we'd be in kind of view. We'd have to find a cove.
Well, that's what I meant, like a cove. Like
That works.
like a beach that's hidden with like bluffs, so that you don't see it unless you're at sea or in the air.
That works. I mean, there's not too much of a reason for their ships to actually leave this continent, so there's not much of a reason for them to be around the coast on their ships.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. I'm basically tapped out of spells.
Yep.
I have plenty of spells.
I don't.
I think it would be best if we slept.
I only
Oh.
have one spell, but I have
We have
it.
0 healers. I think we
Yes.
should rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I literally used pretty much everything I have.
But we've learned something.
Mm-hmm.
Our original plan for weakening Bane is not going to work.
Well, it seems
Honestly,
like breaking that crystal
the-
did do something.
The goal we have shouldn't be prioritized to wipe out his followers. It should be prioritized to get rid of more of those crystals. Maybe to find other artifacts of other
The
deities.
problem is those crystals are going to be surrounded by his followers.
True.
And
Yeah.
it takes me an hour to destroy one of those.
I would like to point out, though, that technically we are not in War 2 yet. So,
Yeah, but
it
it's
might...
battle. We're
Yeah,
combat.
But we're also going to have to law.
yeah, he is a deity of war. Technically, his portfolio doesn't include combat.
War is combat!
You
No.
are basically declaring war against his followers, though.
Well,
But he's also the
Thank you,
god of
Farouk.
like law and order and justice, and
And
we're
we're
kind of
kinda-
breaking the law.
we're kind of being chaotic as we do.
Yes.
So, terrorist attacks.
Well,
We're gorillas.
Yeah,
That's an act of
that's
war.
still war, I guess. But
Like, I don't understand war very well, but I'm kind of assuming what we're doing is declaring war. That's not going to help our cause.
I
If
think we're the
anything-
bad guys.
Even if we aren't declaring war, Bane is in power, Bane makes the laws, and Bane is the god of justice, right?
no, he's the god
Law.
of law and combat.
Law? Law.
Conquest.
Bane makes the law. We're going against the law.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I think breaking a law is not as powerful as killing 20 of his followers in combat.
Yes, I know, but it's also like compounding that on top of like we're already. It's just bad. Okay?
Okay, so I think the thing is, yes, killing the followers will not weaken him, but
But at the same time, since we are followers of different deities, it won't
That are blocked.
necessarily...
I thought it's not
It-
blocked.
It will...
Here,
It
flip.
might actually give them a bit more of an in here. Especially if, like, we do little things like leave scriptures of Pellar or of whichever deity originally was in those temples.
I don't
Could we-
Remind them of what they had before. You'll
what they
get
had
people-
before was constant war pacts.
No, I'm not talking about constant war. I'm talking about the other gods. Right now, Bane is the only choice they have.
Yes, but if you think about it, Pax, before
You're
Bane,
not
this place was
listening.
in constant war.
Because of Bane. He was one of the biggest factors in this.
If Bane was sealed, how was Bane a factor in causing wars here if he was sealed? The wars were caused by other gods, including the one who took over the domain of war, Pax. I'm just pointing this out.
I mean,
He
we've
was the
already
one
run
who's-
into that before. We've run into
Yeah.
people who have liked this because Bane brought peace through conquest, sure, but he brought law and order.
So, I mean, what we're doing might weaken Bane, but it also might draw people more to Bane because we are suddenly the people trying to go back to the way the world was 5 years ago.
We're the bad guys.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't bring back the other gods, but I think we're going about this the wrong way somehow.
And how else can we do it? Give me that and I will listen.
Well, the thing is, what if your world has always been really divided, hasn't it? Because, I mean, you always had these wars and everything, right? You
Not
always
the
had
entire
people,
world, but yes.
but this continent, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
So, what if we found ways to unite those different groups without without causing fights.
And how do you presume we do that?
Well, let's see. The dwarves, right? They're still in the mountains. They haven't really been participating in all this. What if we got them to join us as allies? Somehow. I don't know how. I'm just trying to think of this. And then, like, the centaurs have been fighting, yes?
They've
But-
been resisting because they've been
Yes.
trying to put them down and conquer them.
Yes, but I mean, if we can go speak to them and explain to them we're trying to get rid of Bane, will you join us? If we can get them to join us as well and be on our side, that is another group of people who have chosen something besides war to join together against. It's not conflict.
It still is resistant,
It's still
so
conflict.
it's still conflict. It's just not.
Non-violent conflict is still conflict.
Well, I mean, Bane is the god of war, not conflict.
And we're not killing people who will just power up Bane.
Oh no, this makes my head hurt.
And then,
Truthfully,
Pax, there's
between-
one other thing I've
Mhm.
been thinking of. What's
What?
our plan if we take out Bane from the capital? Like, I'm sorry, but you won't your world just go back to the way it was with constant conflicts if we suddenly get rid of Bane, bring back all the other gods, but don't have any centralized group
Oh,
to
we
help
definitely
lead
need.
and teach the
We
people?
definitely need to have a plan with that. We have to figure out a way to deal with it. Honestly,
But we haven't been talking about that. It's
because
just
it's been a
constant.
whirlwind of everything.
But I mean, mostly it's been talks of fighting, and now I'm kind of worried that just talking of fighting and being absolutely forceful with everything isn't going to help our cause as much as we were hoping.
We do have to do other tactics. Maybe.
Wait,
What if?
Max, what kind of government did this continent have before Bane?
Warlords.
That's
Before
it?
Bane, before Bane, there was actually
No, before Bane in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Sorry.
in the last 5 years, yeah, it was warlords, and they had treatises where even though there were still skirmishes and everything, they had different territories. Occasionally, they would.
But it's very divided, yes?
It was autonomous. Each territory ruled themselves. Yes.
That is... No wonder you guys were in constant conflict.
And I mean, the borders were very fluctuating because every time someone wanted, they wait. I even pointed out that Nilanda had switched sides, like which warlord dominated Nilanda had changed every couple of years. So there was no sense of stability in the area.
I mean, to do it, we would have to provide a united front. We would have to have somebody who could be a leader.
Why does it have to be just one person, Pax?
We
Like-
could try and find representatives, form a council.
That would work. Like, this is just experience from my world. But I mean, in my world, you had a representative from each race as a council to basically discuss the world and issues and address them together.
And your world was really put together, was it?
It kind of had to be. The world was falling apart at the seams for things we had no control over. It was mostly we came together to keep those things from breaking apart further.
And did it work?
It's kept it stable, but I mean, the research done to actually fix the damage is still going on. But again, my world doesn't have wars like this. Like, I barely know anything about Bane. That's why I got this scripture, is because I want to understand things. Bane basically is just not a thing in my world because we don't have war.
What if?
So, I mean, a council could work, and I mean, that's another reason to go maybe encounter the other races.
And on
'Cause-
top of that, what if we had representatives from the different
How is
deities
it
as well?
even possible not to have war in your world?
There's always going to be some form of conflict. people are not ever going to entirely get along unless they're
The
oppressed.
conflict was more from intrusions from other planes of existence, but
That's
it
still
was never
war.
straight
I
up
am
war.
not going to introduce demons to this world just to unite the
Pax,
people.
I wouldn't ever suggest that. It's more of a make a council of people, make representatives of each of the races. Because I mean,
Each of the races, each of the temples.
yeah, like have a group of
Oh
people.
God, what are you doing, Barry?
I don't notice a thing. I'm talking about.
I don't know
I
something
yeah. I got a 40.
to do this again. It's not just about the races; it's also about the other gods to show people that the other gods still exist
Yes, that is true.
and that
This
they
is
care. Which
Just, that is yes.
we should find. And I know that I might be sounding like a broken record, but we should try and find those artifacts as well, and perhaps present them to people who could be representatives as well.
No, the artifacts make sense. Those are symbols of the other gods. That I understand, and I get we're not gonna be able to avoid conflict with everything, but we should be focusing on other things that aren't conflict as well. Uniting the people, showing that you can have law and order without Bane.
Also, you could show that Bane is oppressing too to get that law and order. I mean, look at what happened to what was it, Nylanda?
Yes.
Even before, I mean, gods should not have to have those types of sacrifices to keep themselves in power.
Well, at this point, Karuk is gonna poke at Leilani and go like, well, technically he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he's just doing this because of what the gods did to him. It's payback.
Yeah, it's being spiteful. Well, that's just Leilani, never mind.
Wait, Bane doesn't ask for sacrifices?
Not normally. I mean, sure, if you wage war, then you are basically sacrificing to him when you kill someone, but
that's
just the act of war is enough. And, I mean, things could have been, like... Okay, I know this world, but Bane is a universal god. You're from other worlds. You don't know much about Bane in your world, but that doesn't mean he wasn't active.
Mm-hmm.
Was he such a problem?
No. I mean, you might have.
And that he asks of the rest of you, because, like, he knows that her world is kind of messed up, but he asks the rest of you,
that are there.
because Very has slipped off. Guy does not know. I already rolled religion for him.
Realtor?
Karu, do I know?
Give me a religion
I've done
check.
like negative amounts of world building.
Give me a religion check. Okay.
Thank God I didn't roll a 2.
Bane is a god in your world. He is mostly followed by goblins, hobgoblins, blah blah blah, goblins in general. But other than that, like, yeah, if you go to war, you might turn to Bane for his blessing, even if you're not, like, even if it's like you're not evil, you're just someone's attacking you, so you have to go to war with your neighbor, you would turn to Bane for blessing because he's the god of war. But he was just another god. So you get the sense that there is a possibility of Bane being around and not disrupting everything and turning everything into a fiery hot mess. The problem here is that Bane kind of knocked out the other gods while he was at it. But returning the other gods might be enough, because then they counterbalance. No one god can take on all the other gods.
So basically, theoretically, on my world, it was Bane existed, just like Pellar existed, just like the Raven Queen existed. They were there. They had their own bits in the major temples. They had temples like so that you could give offerings or
Yeah.
like not get cursed or something. And so, well, why couldn't we just bring the gods back, not to banish Bane and not lock and seal him up again,
Just
but rather
create balance.
to
Yeah,
keep
you,
him in
you
check.
get
Leilani.
the idea that maybe the problem with Bane here is that he was pissed off because he got sealed away in the first place.
Leilani,
Huh?
you said to why would you make one person in charge of this whole continent and
Yes.
instead have, but they'll die off. Everybody dies
Yes.
except the gods. Why not bring it back to a council of gods instead of most of a council with one of them in prison?
So basically, unblock.
Bring the other gods back, but don't banish Bane.
I mean, that's probably more possible than banishing Bane. We don't have the power to really stop a god.
No, but other gods exist to counterbalance.
So maybe instead of defeating Bane, we just need to break his block?
I mean,
I
when you
think
think of it,
so.
and this is something that Pax would know, even though, like, he's used to Bane not being there, but, like, there's still, what's her name? I'm thinking of Takisis, which is not the name in 4th edition.
Tiamat.
Tiamat,
right?
yeah. Tiamat is basically the most powerful evil god, yet the world is not overshone by darkness because she has her counter in Pellar. And
You
You mean
mean Bahamut?
Bahamut, sorry. Bahamut. Long day. And there's usually at least
there's a balance
there's
between the
there's
two.
a sort of balance going on between the gods. No one god is more powerful than the rest. They're all very, very powerful on their own, and one god going against one god might be able to overtake, but usually there's other gods will be like, no, fuck that, you can't.
Yep.
You have a job, don't go pushing into another person's job.
Yeah, basically. And Bane in the first place, like, the only reason he became a god, and it's the same thing with the Raven Queen, it's because they actually did destroy a god. And they had to take over that portfolio. So yes, that can happen. But if you kill a god, you have to take over, you have to put something in place, a safeguard. Someone who takes the place of that god. So if you were to somehow manage to kill Bane, there would be a vacuum in the power that would throw everything
Someone
off.
would have to take his place.
Yeah.
It's the whole
Cormyr.
Cormyr issue.
Yeah, it's basically the Cormyr issue.
Which nobody but us fucking Guild Wars nerds gets.
So instead of blocking out Bane, we just have to unblock
We just
the
have to-
others.
Yep, we just have to open the door and let them back.
For now, I think a good idea is still getting a hold of at least that armor, because you said you have an idea of where it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll help be a symbol at least. I mean,
Yep.
I'm expecting there to be conflict there still. I get that. I don't expect there not to be conflict. I don't expect there not to be killing. But going to every single temple and doing that isn't going to help our cause.
No. Although I still think that we should try at least to get rid of as many of those bloodstones as we can.
Oh, yes. If
I
we
know-
encounter them, we get rid of them.
Mhm.
But
So-
if we get that armor, that could help.
Get the armor, possibly see if we can find that artifact of Pelor or other gods, and try and unite other groups, other races, to see what they can do.
Yeah, because I mean, from
'Cause
Garenhold,
even-
which is around where you think the armor is, we could go contact the centaurs or go and try and contact the dwarves. Your mentor has contacted the dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, Pax, your mentor could be a possibility for, like, if there was a council created.
Actually, I would prefer him to be the representative if there was one for Cord. because much
He's
as
been
I
doing his best for the past 5 years.
much as I represent him in my own way, he is the one I learned everything I knew about it from, and that's not just about the scriptures of Cord and his blah 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 combat blah 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 honor, but also just about the way of life.
So those are options for people we can contact and hopefully get on our side. But what does everyone else think about this? Pax and I have been doing a lot of the talking. Realtor, guy, very
What? Wait, hold on, we're missing somebody.
Veritas?
What?
Where's Veritas? Guys, where?
Can we?
Are we on a beach or are we still on the boat?
Yeah, you're
in
on the
air?
beach. The ship is on the beach.
Did she leave any tracks?
Leilani just pulls out her sword and is like, Barry, where are you?
You get no answer.
God damn it! And of course,
She
I
got a
didn't-
40 on
I
her stealth.
know.
You ain't finding no tracks.
I knew I wouldn't get anything either. Leilani just kind of looks at Pax and is like, go find your wife.
I'm gonna send Langley out too to see if he can find Sephora.
Can
or
I
anything.
insight to see if I can figure out where she might have gone on this beach? Because I figure she wouldn't have
Not
gone
to the
too
water.
far. Yeah, I know.
Oh, she went for a moonlight swim.
Yep. She took one of the little dinghy boats with her.
Nope.
Yeah, she's gonna freeze out there.
Pax is probably still kind of tired and more than a little stressed.
I mean,
Hey,
how much trouble
Leilani.
can she get in a...
Yes?
Karu.
Yeah, don't finish that sentence.
Yeah.
Leilani, how powerful of an illusion can you make of bats squeaking and a flock of them to just fly over the area?
Not very strong, because the only thing I could do with that was prestidigitation, which is tiny.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, as long as she doesn't get in trouble,
Yeah, we
Veritas
gotta
will
find
come
her.
back later. But
We have
Yeah,
to
we
find
gotta find her.
We have to find her, like now.
Leilani's just like, you guys really expect me to find Veritas? You guys need to find her. I will be no help here.
Or maybe just let her come back on her own. If she gets into trouble, won't Pax's necklace alert him?
I mean, that is true. He does have that necklace now.
Yeah, but I'd rather not have it, like, tell me that she's about to die when I
Well-
can't find her.
Pax, just maybe give her an hour. And then if she's not go back, go look for her. Just give her some time. We don't really get much alone time here.
I guess. If we're in a cave, I want to go sit on top of the.
No, you sit the ship down on the beach.
Okay.
So it's a small, like, beachy cove that is now covered in light dusting of snow.
Can I send Langley up and see if he can find any places where the snow doesn't look natural? Like, for example, has been rolled into spherical shapes.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Or, you know,
Sneak attack, snowball fight.
You're not there.
or, you know, I
How
don't
do
know.
you
We don't
know?
know
where
You don't know
angels-
where I am.
Things that aren't paw prints.
Give me perception check. Nope. Nothing out of the ordinary. You do see, like, a trail that's coming out from the ship, like someone walked off,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still snowing, so yeah.
It's probably
Yeah, I know
very
what
hard
that
to
looks like.
notice.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell closer to the ship mostly because there's more light near the ship. But, yeah. There is no light out. It is pretty dark. And Langley... does he have dark vision?
He's a shadow raven.
He's a shadow raven.
He's a yeah, I guess you should. But yeah, I mean, it's dark and it's snowing, so the vision... your range of vision isn't very good to begin with, but... and someone nat 20'd their stealth, so
Yeah.
the footprints she's leaving are very light, and then the snow has covered them, basically.
Apparently, Very knows how to walk in the snow.
Apparently.
She also has armor that like gives her advantage. Oh, goddamn! I have advantage on stealth checks in snow.
Like
too.
you really fucking needed it.
So a 42. Good luck. She also
I
has
have
that
crit
your
anything.
cloak that can turn upside to the white side.
Oh,
So
God.
Yep, I have winter snap armor, which gives me, yeah.
Karu, Leilani is gonna pull out the stone again and basically say into it, Veritas, just make sure you're back in a couple hours, okay? And if she
God damn it, Leilani, shut up! You're gonna scare the game away.
Okay, okay. And Leilani puts the stone away and just goes to reading that book she stole.
Game.
all right, and most of you go to bed or worry until Very comes back. Why don't you give me a survival check?
There isn't a survival.
Nature check.
Nature.
Oh god, nature's so bad for me though.
Yeah, that's the point. You go freeze your giant tits off.
Mm.
He's not horrible. I mean, it's the winter, so.
Earl, your butt is covering the screen. Okay. Yeah, it takes you a while. At least you were like about to shoot down a bunny when someone talked through your stone and scared it off.
Hey, at least she shut up after that. She knew Veritas was alive and was yelling at her, so it's like, okay, I'll be quiet.
But eventually you do manage to hunt down a rabbit.
Nice. I mean, a 20 makes sense considering I'm hunting in the dark. In probably the only game here is white, anyways. So,
Yep.
Or getting white.
yeah. So she'll just come back with whatever she catches after a
Probably
couple
sees-
hours.
She probably sees Pax leaning against.
Honestly, I don't think it would be a rabbit. I think you probably found, like, you managed to find, like, some roosting birds that were asleep and managed to shoot one before they all fled.
Nice. Even better.
So you come back with basically a seagull.
Pico, no.
What? Couldn't have it at least been like a goose or something?
Or a
They
swan
sleep
because
at
they're
night.
You're on
assholes.
the edge of the sea.
It's a turkey.
A
At the
duck.
most, it's maybe a pelican or something like that.
Or-
Ducks.
Dude, those things are creepy as shit.
Yes.
A penguin.
As long as it's edible.
It's probably edible. It's probably
Incredible.
not that good, but it's got snow on top of his head.
Oh god, we're near the ocean, so it's a really wet and heavy snow too.
Mm-hmm.
And cold. Because, you know, wind off the ocean.
Yep.
Mhm.
If I see him before he sees me, I'm gonna totally get a snowball.
Yeah,
asleep.
he's asleep.
He's asleep.
So she's just gonna, instead of throwing it at him, she's just gonna creep up beside him and just shove it right down the back of his armor.
Yes!
Oh my god.
This is gonna make him like jump and jerk
Do it!
away and
Do it!
unintentionally smack heads with her, probably.
Probably.
27's not good,
But he's
but he's
My,
asleep.
yeah, I know.
You didn't crit fail it.
Yeah, my passive perception is 27, but I'm asleep, so I take a penalty.
Yeah, so she sneaks up to you and suddenly you are sound asleep, kind of cold, but you've managed to snuggle in enough with the blankets that, like, your body temperature is evened out,
Mm-hmm.
besides your nose kind of freezing over.
He's got a cute little rosy red nose.
And then you feel a jolt of ice cold flowing
I
down
jerk
your spine.
straight up and yelp, probably like arms flailing.
Wow, I didn't know you could make such cute noises.
Embarrassed, blushing glare.
Real term makes a mental note of this.
All right, you two, go to bed,
Yes, yes.
and we'll stop there for tonight.
Yay!
Good night, guys.
Stop with the cute little ending.
Hey guys, thank you for watching.
Yay! Night.
Night.
Huzzah.